And speaking of A-plus tier movies, we've got my pick of the week, that being the 2008 film. I thought it was later than it actually was. Killer Bean Forever. And this is about the aforementioned Killer Bean who works for the Shadow Organization. He was tasked with killing a Don, basically, and then he figures out the Shadow Organization is actually trying to kill him because he knows too much, and hilarity ensues.
Fun fact, it took Jeff Liu 5 years to make this movie.
Oh my god.
That's shorter than I thought,
This is most
honestly.
certainly a passion project.
Yeah, I thought it would have definitely been longer.
Tanner, where are you putting this one?
I'm sitting at a flat C.
Okay. Dylan, how about you, dude?
Can I go last, please? I'm genuinely curious if I'm wrong here.
I'm at a D.
And a D+.
I'm very wrong. Convince me, but I thought this movie was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, and I saw the passion in the project. I don't want to say my rank out loud. This is so bad.
Why
You have
not?
to
Who
say
cares?
Quit being a pussy.
No, you guys are gonna fucking...
No, we're gonna go immediately to talking about the movie.
I gave it an A-.
Stupid piece of shit. Okay, so this movie...
So it's a notoriously bad film, but I thought it wasn't that bad.
It's a film on YouTube, okay?
Not all at once, guys. I think the biggest quality, or the big beneficial quality of this movie is just the fact that it is like a solo project. I think that's very impressive. I like the passion he puts into it, and I definitely give him props for that. Unfortunately, the writing is incredibly thin. I see what he's going for with the world building, but like there isn't a ton of substance to it. It's really fucking generic. The dialogue is not good. The animation is not good. It's fucking goofy. The action scenes are impossible to take seriously. The fucking background tracks,
Insanely generic.
Not even gonna talk about them. You know, there's some funny scenes in it, but generally it just takes itself a little too seriously and falls pretty fucking flat for me.
I'm gonna push back slightly. For what this is, I think the action scenes are actually pretty decent, and I think the voice work is stronger than we've seen from some theatrical releases.
Especially since they're all done by the same guy.
The quality of it is just so bad, though. Like, fucking, some people just sound like they're talking through a fucking air can. It's crazy.
That's true, but the performances themselves, I'm like, okay, that person isn't like doing just flat monotone the whole time, you know? I agree the music is fucking atrocious. It's terrible. And I have a bit of an issue with the length. I wish it ended much sooner. Like, bringing in that assassin and doing this whole, like, B plot after, you know, the capo is dead and whatever, I didn't feel that the movie needed that.
It did not feel like a very clean ending there whatsoever. Very much so felt like, okay, after he takes down, like, you know, the big bodyguard bean guy, then it's like, okay, now he is like privy to like all this shit going on with the Shadow Organization. That's cool. And it's like, oh, the cops are after him. This seems like a great place to like end it. So like, okay, and I can like, you know, build the suspense for like the next film and stuff. But no, it's like, okay, now he's gonna get arrested and this other assassin's gonna break him out of jail just so he can try to kill him, and they're gonna do a big fight, and then he wins, and then the movie ends. It's just like some extra shit that just does not feel like it needs to be there at all.
The problem with the fights, too, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it as a segue to talk about them, is that it's just really hard to, like, I guess, fully understand the stakes of everything. Like, fucking, when he was, for example, had, like, 6 armed fucking operatives come out of a tank at him. I don't know how the fuck he was able to get away with some shit like that. Kind of just stupid. And then, like, the very final fight, I think some of the choreography was interesting. I definitely admit. The problem with it, though, is just, like, it's impossible to take anything seriously where he gets a punch and then just fucking ragdolls and then gets back up. And it's just that for, like, 3 minutes straight. And like, it's like fucking watching Rocky, where he just keeps taking hits, and you're like, he should lose, and then he just never does because he's the fucking main character, I guess.
The protagonist.
And it's just stupid. I just didn't feel like there's any stakes. Like, the choreography is fine, but like, it's impossible to take it seriously.
Dude, didn't you know the bullets were programmed with RNG? Not only do they have to be accurate, but also they have a percentage chance to just not do anything because they evaporate upon impact.
That's insane. So, Dylan, you like this movie substantially more than any of us did.
I liked how he mirrored the images in the characters' eyes. I thought that was a unique detail. I thought the movement was pretty silly. Both the ragdolls and then also them doing, like, action-y things. The voice acting was okay. The scene at the beginning with the whole dance party was pretty fun.
So it deserves to be an A tier.
Listen, guys, I don't know how to digest movies like you do, clearly. There's a big discrepancy between how we look at movies, and it's very obvious here. I can't argue why this movie should be higher. I just know that I can indulge in the bit for now and let you know what I'm thinking to some extent. I don't know. I guess if we're gonna look at this logically, which I guess there's no other way to really look at it, everything you guys said is obviously true. The whole RNG bullet thing, I did say, I was like, damn, some of these bullets should be hitting, but they're just not. I don't know, I kind of hate characters where they're like, yeah, guns don't work on this guy because they can dodge bullets, and he kills you with fists. I think that's kind of dumb. I don't like characters like that, but, you know, movies love that shit for some reason. I don't know, it was a silly movie, I don't really know.
Fair enough, I guess.
I admired listen, I saw it on YouTube, I was comparing it to other YouTube content, I admired the passion behind it, knowing that this guy spent time doing it, so I was giving credence to something that probably means nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Dude, you know what else is on YouTube? Epic rap battles of history. You think this is better than watching an hour and a half of those?
Well, when you put it like that... I do like epic rap battles of history. Fucking, you got Obama versus Mitt Romney.
Do they still make those?
I think they do. They're just cooking them a little slower. They're not as good as the old ones, in my opinion, but you know.
Still watch them?
No, I've just seen some of them. I've seen some of the more recent ones.
Yeah, they did. They are still cranking them out. They recently did a Godzilla versus King Kong, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris, Napoleon versus Charlemagne. They're really, they're going at it.
Why are they beans?
Why are they beans? Who's I was gonna ask whose executive decision this was,
Makes
but
it
I
a
guess
little
it's the guy who fucking
quirky
made
and
it.
stand out,
And
you
then,
know?
like, another random meta thing is I loved reading the comments on the YouTube video, because we watched this on YouTube, we just have to upload it in full. And they're all just like, don't sell this shit to Disney, man, you can't do that. And like, Disney doesn't want to fucking buy the Killer Bee franchise. These people are fucking insane dick riding this guy. Like, I still agree, it's impressive for a solo project. I think it's cool that somebody can just make a whole ass animated movie themselves and publish it. I think that's aspiring work, honestly. But also, like, it's still not great. And I don't know what the fuck these guys are smoking.
Okay, but, like, imagine for a second here, okay? That in the next fucking Avengers film, a Doctor Strange portal opens up and out walks Killer Bean.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be really funny.
I was gonna say, nope, thought's gone. Tanner, what were you gonna say?
If you guys had to guess how old Jeff Liu, creator of Killer Bean, is, what would you say?
70.
57.
58.
He is 52.
Let's go.
Oh.
I win. Where's my prize?
A kiss.
Holy smoke. I really wish I could remember the thing I was going to say about this. Oh, that's what I was going to say. My issue, and by issue I don't actually mean issue, but bear with me here. My issue with this movie is I think I was looking for everything right with this movie, because I knew from the beginning it wasn't going to be a high quality movie. So then I was just really trying to pick out of this movie, okay, what did this guy do right that makes this movie fine? And I think I thought that throughout the entire movie, and it obscured my judgment.
Dude, that happens with a lot of movies, not specifically with you, but like if you go in watching something with a specific set of expectations, it's really easy for you to like only look for those things and then miss a lot of like the good things in the movie if you're going in assuming the movie's dog shit. It's a very easy mental trap to get yourself stuck in.
True. Also, out of curiosity, Jackson, that thumbnail you have on the website for the Killer Bean, is that what it is? Like, is it supposed to be?
I get all of my thumbnails from tmdb.com or whatever the fucking actual top level domain is for it. And I just use the first one in the list, and if that one's dog shit, I use the one that doesn't look dog shit.
I'm not wrong in saying this is just the John Wick movie poster with the bean replacing him, right? I
noticed that too, and then I was like, maybe I'm crazy, but it does just look like the John Wick poster, but they edited in Killer Bean.
Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, that can't be a coincidence then. Okay, cool. Very funny. That's a copyright waiting to happen, I think. Maybe, who knows.
Killer Bean, D+ film.
Yeah, I'm keeping my D.
I hope you want to keep your D. I'd want to keep my D, too.
I want to keep your D too.
You can't have it. It's mine. Tanner?
I'll go ahead and drop down one to C-.
I really thought you were about to raise it, and I was gonna be like, Tanner, what part of our conversation made you want to do that?
Dylan's aspiring A just got me fucking positive, man.
Alright, guys. Twist my fucking arm. I'll give it a C-.
I thought you were about to say twist my nipples. C-? Why the fuck did you drop it down that much? Every
that's a massive
fucking time
drop.
this happens, whereas this massive a disparity, you're like, you know what? I was wrong on this one, boys. I'm going all the way down where you are.
I feel like there's at least a slight bit of honor in that, but I also admitted to the fact that I was, objectively almost ignoring the things that were wrong with this movie. So, yeah, look at that. This is the fucking John Wick 2 poster. I fucking called it. Let's go. Anyway.
That's very funny.
What does that land, Jackson?
That landed at a D+ overall.
There we go.
Fitting rank, I would say.
I verified my reasonings, Nico. You shut up.
No.